the lessons that I learned in my first trimester: trust, honor, and let go. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Jess of Nourished by Jess, in case you forgot, because I know it has been so long, but I am back. I am so excited to be back. And if you follow me on Facebook, I actually deactivated my Instagram account several months ago. I don't know if I will reactivate. I'm playing it by ear right now. I'm not, but if you are on Facebook or if you are on my email list, you have most likely seen my announcement. I am expecting. I'm due in March. I am about 14 and a half weeks. And with that, I thought that for my first video back, I would just talk a little bit about my experience in the first trimester now that I'm in my second, and just give you a little bit of an update in terms of how you can work with me now, and what to expect. So just some housekeeping. I am back in business. As I mentioned, did take a break, not just from videos, social media, emails. I'll talk about this in a minute, but I also pulled back. I wasn't seeing clients. So you can work with me now one-on-one. So I'm accepting clients for 30-minute energy healings or 60-minute holistic healing sessions, which is like health coaching, spiritual coaching, energy healing, kind of all in one, depending on what you need. They are both virtual. You can check out the link I left in the notes to my website to learn more, or to book in. So if we can just jump right into today's topic, I learned a few lessons in my first trimester. Now these are lessons that I've learned before, or I've been learning. The important part is that you've developed awareness, that you can catch yourself when you're falling back into old habits or old patterns, or when your mindset might be kind of slipping away from you, and that you can pull yourself back up so you can turn to the tools that you've learned, that you can get back in touch with your body, with your mind, with your spirit, and you can get back into alignment, or you can reach out and get any help that you need. So the lessons that I learned in my first trimester: trust, honor, and let go. Big ones. These are big ones for me. So as humans, we like to be in control. It's where we feel safe and secure. We don't like uncertainty. We don't like the gray areas. We like to have something to work towards. We like to think that we know what the outcome's going to be. We like to think that if we do everything just right, everything's going to be okay. But what I have learned time and time again is that we really need to let go of that need for control, because we don't actually have control. We like to think we do, but we actually don't, because anytime I have tried to control a situation, I have either ended up disappointed, or it's been a complete mess, or just so completely stressed out or drained. It doesn't have to be that hard. So if we can embrace uncertainty and trust that everything's going to work out for the best, right? Even if it doesn't seem that way in the moment, getting comfortable in the unknown, going with the flow, letting go of control, and being open to many different possibilities, different outcomes, different paths of getting there. So how this related to my pregnancy experience. I had a bit of a rough first trimester. Now, I will say, I know many people who have had way worse, okay? So I was very lucky. However, I basically felt super hungover for several months. It was awful. It was not morning sickness, it was 24/7 sickness. Like, I would be up for hours in the middle of the night. I could not stomach food. And I love food. I love food. I am a nutritionist. I don't just eat healthy foods because I think I should or I know it's good for me. I actually genuinely love them. The only thing I could stomach was bread, crackers, cheese, pretzels, plain Greek yogurt. Like, I could not even look at vegetables. I usually have a smoothie every day, even in the winter. I couldn't even fathom the idea of that. Especially like cooked vegetables were such a turn off. I tried doing soups and like that didn't really work too well for me either. Like animal protein, I could not eat meat or fish. It was rough. No spices. I love garlic. No garlic. Raw onion was like, whew. I'm still just, I have no desire to eat raw onion right now, but it's a little easier for me to be in the same room as it. But yeah, so this was super difficult for me for a number of reasons. You know, one, I wasn't used to this. This was not me. This isn't how I ate. And it was upsetting. I just wanted to, you know, eat real food, sit down and eat a meal, but I just couldn't do it. And then also because, I mean, I had this idea, right? I had this idea of how pregnancy would be. I had all these plans. I have education in, you know, nutrition throughout pregnancy and all of this. So it was distressing. It was distressing for me. And just being able to accept it and understand that I'm doing the best I can. I can't force myself to eat something that is turning me off or making me sick. That's not going to make things better. And just trust that my body knows what it's doing. I am, you know, doing my best to take my vitamins every day, which sometimes that was hard too. I was, you know, pretty healthy coming into it. I live a healthy lifestyle. So just trusting that my body can handle it. And when it's time, this isn't going to last forever. I'm going to come out of it and everything's going to kind of be okay and go back to normal. And I'm going to start craving things that I need. And it's okay. I could just let go. Don't worry. Just do your best. And that is exactly what ended up happening. So it was like a transition. So I didn't go straight into eating meat and garlic and even cooked vegetables. But all of a sudden, as I was getting better, I started to notice, oh my God, like I'm craving green juice. I'm craving beet juice. I'm craving fresh fruit. I'm craving all the salads, like specifically crunchy salads. Normally, I like to do, you know, like arugula or like greens or something, but it was like just crispy salad. I wanted like romaine hearts. I wanted like slaw. Anyway, so naturally I just started craving these things again. I started eating more like me again. And then it was like, okay, I can eat animal protein again. Okay, I can eat fish. So trusting, letting go of that control, and just doing your best. Embrace where you are right now. Don't force things. Even if you think you have the answer, even if you think you know what's best, we can't force these things, and we have to trust that our body actually knows what's best. And you're going to be okay. You're going to survive. It's going to be fine. Now, I don't suggest, you know, poor nutrition throughout your pregnancy, and don't worry, you'll be fine. I'm just saying, don't stress yourself out about it. Don't try and force yourself. Don't make it harder or worse than it has to be. Also, You don't have to eat green juice and beet juice and salads all day long to have a healthy pregnancy or to be healthy in general. That is not what I'm saying. That is just genuinely what I was craving. And I've even, I'm having less of that now. I was exceptionally exhausted, so drained, no energy. I spend more time in bed than I ever have. Honestly, that's not like me. I was resting, laying down, sleeping so much. I'm still actually pretty tired. And if you know me, sleep is super important to me anyway, but I wouldn't even necessarily be sleeping. I just had to lay down and close my eyes. I just couldn't do it. Anyway, I had this deep feeling like I need to step back from work. I need to stop seeing clients. I need to pull back and just give myself this time. I have this opportunity. I don't know if anyone knows this, but I actually do have more than one part-time job. I work for myself and I do some contract stuff, but I have that flexibility and I've kind of built that for a reason. So I'm very lucky for a number of reasons that I was able to do this. But just being able to tune in to your body, to your energy, what it's telling you, what you need, and actually honor that. Because I'm not saying this was easy. It wasn't easy. One of my big lessons of this life, and actually can relate to my North and South nodes in astrology, if you're familiar, but I can overwork. I can overexert myself, always trying to be of service to others, or just needing to be busy, doing. And especially with the news, I thought, oh man, I need to work now. I need to work more now to prepare for when the baby comes. But that was actually the opposite of what I needed to do for myself at that moment. And being able to trust that this is what I need and it's safe to do it. You have the ability, so it's safe to pull back on seeing clients, on social media, on stuff like that. And I felt guilt and shame around it because while it's something I work on, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate, we tend to wrap our self-worth, our success into our work and our productivity, which actually I would like to do a video on this another time about productivity and what that really means, because me stepping back from work and resting more, that was incredibly productive. That was incredibly productive for my body, for a healthy pregnancy. It's what I needed. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten, felt so much better by week 12 if I had have pushed myself and pushed myself and pushed myself. So, just tuning in, being aware, and practicing honoring what comes up, even if it seems wrong or scary or it's something you can't do. And I also had to trust, I was worried, well, what if I do this and I never want to go back? What if I never feel better? Or what if everything crashes and burns? Well, that is a possibility, but I had to trust that if I'm being pulled to do this right now, it's for a reason and everything's going to work out exactly as it's supposed to. And as I started feeling better, I didn't jump right in. I actually started planning first. And then I was just okay, Monday, I'm coming back. I'm back at it. I'm starting again. We can do this. I'm ready. I'm in a good space. I think that was everything I wanted to share. Trusting, honoring, letting go. Well, I'm sure I forgot something. I will actually just leave you with some tips that helped me with the nausea, in case anyone watching is struggling. And honestly, it's trial and error, because some days some things work, some days some didn't. It is what it is. But I will say peppermint or spearmint, ginger, cardamom essential oils. Those are great. So I just smell them, or I would even put a drop on a tissue and like roll it up and stick it in my nose, like both my nostrils. If there was some smells in my condo that I wasn't handling very well, just make sure if you do that to put the drop on the end of the tissue that's not going in your nose. Otherwise, it's going to burn your nostril. I would also put peppermint oil, dilute it in coconut oil and just like rub it on my stomach if I'm having indigestion, like my upper stomach. What else? Raw almonds. Oh my God. They were like a savior for me. Still using them. So they're good for like heartburn and reflux, but just in general, I found they helped with nausea. And like, because another tip, do not let yourself get too hungry. As soon as you're hungry, eat something. It would get so much worse if I waited. So have things handy. So like I wouldn't even go anywhere without almonds. Stay hydrated. It's really important. Eat first thing in the morning. Move your body. So as much as it seems like counterproductive, like why would I want to move my body? I feel like crap. Moving your body really can help. It doesn't have to be intense. It doesn't have to be a full like workout. A 10-minute walk, some like light, gentle yoga, like literally anything. Just try and get yourself to move. Take your prenatals and your vitamins with food. I found child's pose, like in yoga, child's pose, so helpful. And sometimes because of reflux, I would actually do the child's pose, but I would stack like pillows up so my head's not like tilted down. So I'm kind of like elevated a little bit. Also lying on your back and putting your legs up on the wall, 5 to 10 minutes. That seemed to really help, and that is awesome if you are anxious, nervous, just to calm down your nervous system. Or if you have like restless legs. I do this, get out of bed. If I'm having a restless night, I actually get out of bed and do this with some deep breathing, maybe some like essential oil, and go back to bed, and I usually fall back asleep. I keep almonds or crackers beside my bed and water. Do like gentle abdominal massage. I'll actually link in the notes some instructions for you, like be really helpful. And this is good for like a whole bunch of different reasons. And try and get as much protein as you can, which obviously, like I mentioned, that was really difficult for me, but it did make a difference. What else? Supplementing with B6 can be helpful if low B6 is contributing or causing the problem. That wasn't my issue, but supplementing with B6. And this is kind of like one of those times where I actually it's not suggested that you take a single B vitamin except for like B12. It's actually better to do a complex, except in this case where you can do additional B6 separately. And lastly, ginger capsules. Yeah, so they're just from like Healthy Planet. I actually use these when I travel. They're so good for like air sickness, which I get pretty bad. Some people really like ginger snaps or those ginger chews. It was just way too sweet for me. I couldn't handle anything sweet. So I just stuck with the capsules. Can probably, I don't know if they make chewable ones, but anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, those are my tips. That's kind of what helped me. I think that's all I had for today. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for tuning in. If you subscribe, thank you. I love having you as part of the community. As always, there's links in the notes to subscribe to my mailing list or Facebook page so you don't miss anything. If you don't subscribe to my channel yet, hit the little bell and subscribe if you want to keep getting content. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.